everybody. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to hook up an RO system. Now I finally got me a new RO system. This is the one I'm going to be hooking up. Should be 400 gallons a day. I think right now I'm only pushing like 50 or 75. This is the current setup I have now. It's 4-stage. So what essentially happens is I have this hose here and it hooks up to this. What happens is I turn on the water. Actually, let's plug this in. I got that plugged in. I can go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, get a lot of overspray. What I do with that, since it's not a very tight seal, it's probably missing a rubber gasket or something. I just stick that this paper towel over like that. Another good reason why I needed the new RO system. But anyways, this is how it travels. It ends up going in through this line and into this first chamber, which sends it over to the second chamber, and then the second chamber goes over to this third chamber, which it pushes out all the minerals and calcium through this red line. Right there you see it coming out. That's going to be your really hard water. If you actually put it in a cup, it'll be real white. You'll see a lot of calcium, at least with my water you will. And then it also has this blue hose that goes down into this filter. And then after that, it comes back up and out. So as you see, it's not quite full yet. And this is how you can tell if your filter is still clean or not, is by the discolorant. But it will push this up and out. At least I believe that's true. So if it's not, feel free to correct me about the filter. But yeah, it goes up and through here. I got a water line. Now this isn't just any air line. This is actually CO2 line. I used a regular air barb to hook it up. Brass. It won't rust. It's been working real well. But it'll run up through there, and then I have it coming all the way over here into these reservoirs. It's hard to lift this without that coming out. You can see it running. That stuff at the bottom, that's actually peat moss. So I keep peat moss in this. That's how I make my black water. But I think I'm gonna clean that out and just scrap the black water. Just because I have too many problems with the organics and everything. It's just kind of a mess and something else I gotta deal with. So it'd be better to have 2 full drums for me full of fresh RO. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take this unit apart, which all we really gotta do is it's only hanging on these 2 screws. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, unhook this, and basically just unhook my lines, take it off like that, boom. This one doesn't have any booster pump. This one does have a booster pump, which will be nice. It'll be able to push it a lot faster. Alright, let's break into this bad boy. Now it should have clear casings, even though it shows white. That way you can see if the filter is good or not throughout time. So this kind of looks like something out of somebody's laboratory. This is pretty wild. Looks like these are 2 extra filters here. This one must have popped out. I'll have to pop that back in. Looks like we got a booster pump down here. Kind of hard to see. And over here, charger for the booster pump. This is all nicely done. I'm not sure what this looks like. There's some kind of motor there. Must be for extra boost, or from the booster pump. Yeah, it comes from the booster pump. Nice. Almost like a turbocharger. Pressure gauge going on. Really, it looks crazy and intimidating, mostly from the line, so get this thing put up. So good thing about this is I don't have to hang it. It actually has this stand here, which is nice. And if I did have to hang it, I would have had to move this screw over that far, which there may be a stud here, which actually would have been nice. I'm not sure. Usually every 12 to 16 inches there's a stud. But you definitely would have wanted to get at least one on a stud, and then a heavy duty molly. This is what a molly is. It goes into the wall. And would have definitely probably used heavier screws because the weight of this is pretty decent. Not really sure how much. I'm not going to go through measuring it all. But now I could actually just stand it here. It's pretty solid, especially get some water in it. Now all I gotta do is hook it up. So what it's looking like is this end right here. This is what I need to use to hook it up into. Which for some reason, none of that makes sense onto my thing. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna make that work. That's not very functional. Then the other line that they have coming out, this is the yellow one, and I believe this should be giving me my good RO water. Then the third line they have, just like the other unit, is this black one. It has some wild attachment to it. I'm not sure what that's all about either. And it didn't come up with any instructions, so I may have to do some modifying to the system. Hopefully that doesn't mess too much up. I can always contact the people too. I got this from TitanWaters.com. And then of course the plug-in for the booster pump. Now most RO units, they don't have a booster pump, then they won't need any electricity, just water. But yeah, now I gotta get this figured out. Get this all figured out. Alright, since I had this fixture on here for my old one, I'm going to go ahead and take this from that. Being a pics system, this stuff just pops right off. See, like that? It has these little prongs in here. So you just kind of snap them in. It's hard to do with one hand. Now it's snapped in. Just push it in there. Now see, when you go to pull it out, what it does, or acts like a Chinese finger trap, and that hose can't get out of there. So let's go ahead and try this out. So now I use my pipe cutters, my handy dandy pipe cutters, to cut off a little section of this blue one that I already had hooked up. That way I didn't have to fight this new hose on there, because it's a big pain trying to get a new hose over that barb. So now I got that, I can just plug this in like so. Alright. Bam. Now this should have me all hooked up from there. Last step is trying to figure out why they have this whole contraption on here. I should just be able to use the hose, cut this off, and use it as a discharge. See, the system's actually made to be plumbed into a house instead of the way we use it. And so I guess I'm just gonna pop this off of here like that. I'm gonna wrap it around a couple times, that way it'll be permanent. Alright, now it's kind of set up how my old system was set up, which I'm familiar with. I don't know about all these attachments, but hey, whatever, make it work. So now, essentially, I should be able to turn this on, goes through there, blam, 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 goes through all these filters. Looks like there's a bypass here too for some reason. I'm not really sure. Looks like there's some other gauge. Oh, it's a discharge to go back through the discharge, a bypass for that. I think it's really weird that these are just this small, and then I can't even see in this one. So I'm not sure how happy I will be about that, but either way, 400 gallons a day, I'll finally be able to keep up with my RO water changes. Have that up there and going through. I guess let's crank this bad boy up. I'm gonna get a paper towel just in case. A little downy ad for you. Alright, turn this on here. Looks like it's still leaking a little bit, but not as much, which is nice. Filling up fast too. So it's already got that first chamber filled in. It's gonna hit that chamber, hit this chamber, and then go through these. Unless I decide to bypass it. I'm wondering if this inside here is like that. Now, I haven't plugged in the booster pump yet. Which actually I don't want to yet until it's all completely wet. You don't really want to run the booster pump while it's dry. I'm getting some water there. Might take it a second for it to come through here. Alright, waiting for it to fill, waiting for the pressure to go. The only bad thing about RO water is how much water you actually waste as well. But I'm hoping with this 400 gallon and the booster pump, I won't be wasting as much water as I would with a smaller unit. So I hung out for a second. I think I need to put in this booster pump to actually get it through because it's just not coming through. I checked all the lines. Let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got the stream coming out. You can see how cloudy that water is. That's coming out pretty fast, too. Oh! Oh, crap! Oh, crap! That didn't sound good. What was that? A loud pop. Looks like it's flowing fine, though. Woo! A little scary when it makes noises like that. But yeah, look at this water coming out of here. Grimy. Grimy. Might have to change that too. And since I didn't want this to go into my barrel here, I went ahead and put my line over here. Trash can out of the way. That's gross. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's the fresh water. I don't know if this needs to clear out a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and test it before it works. It's flowing a lot faster than the other one was. It's nice. I'm excited about that. Because before it used to take me all day just to get enough water. Not even have enough water. But it's cold, that's why it's kind of cloudy, but looks pretty clean. Sides on the top. So I'm gonna let that run for a little while and then we'll go ahead and test the TDS in it. So it's been running for a bit. Moved my discharge hose here just because it was getting a little wily. Here you can kind of see a bunch of small particles in there. Whoa, mister, watch out! Watch out! Go ahead and test the TDS in this. Watch out! Oh no! What are you gonna do? Oh, what are you gonna do? Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's pulling it off. There we go. It's candy cane.
Alright, let's take it over the back.
Alright, test the TDS here. Here's what we got. 0. That's good. Just to prove that this is working alright. These are harder water tanks. It's probably be 300 or 400 around there. 331, 336, 338, 342, 345. And it's climbing. 349. So about 350. So yeah, 0, 0, that's as clean as it gets. Sweet. 0.1, probably had a little bit left on it, but yeah, back to 0. Sweet. Well, that should do it for the new RO system. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. If not, then thanks for watching anyways. Peace.